Hello everybody. Today I want to show you an exercise that will help you to quiet down your hands, especially in the trot and in the canter. And as you can see, I have a Frisbee little disc in my hands, which I'm pretty much holding with my thumbs against my fists that are holding my reins as usual. And right now, as you can see, I'm giving and taking to Jamaica's head motion that she needs to have in the walk. And then I'm going to take that into the trot. And I'm going to just do a very gentle little sitting trot here. And as you can see, I'm having to use my whole body when I hold to the Frisbee disc like this in order to shape a circle. Right now my inside shoulder is back, my outside shoulder is going forward a little bit more, and my hands are holding onto this disc that is supposed to stay pretty much vertical to the ground and just come up and down just a little bit to accommodate the horse's motion as we're going through, the touchdown and the suspension phase of the trot in the 2-beat. And then we can do the same thing in the posting trot, holding. Again, I always say when I teach, imagine you have a silver tray between your hands, and this is kind of the actual thing, except it's a little lightweight plastic piece of, a toy, so to speak, that you can just use fairly, I want to say effortlessly, and you can, not have to be afraid that if you drop it that it makes too much of a big noise or ruckus. But I think as long as you're, just riding, focusing on your hands, on your breathing, on rising and coming down into the saddle, not with too much weight, it will show you that your body has to do everything that sometimes all of us riders are getting into the habit of fixing too easily with our hands if they're just independently doing their own work at times. So here's a little bit of canter work with the same idea. Whoop. We have a lot of energy in this horse this morning. It's a cool morning, a little bit windy. So, but you can see the same thing is true. I'm giving and taking with my hands so that she can move through her body. But the hand with the Frisbee, the hands are pretty much staying, in place, somewhere right above the saddle. I'm riding this horse with a particularly low hand set, just because that's where she's at in her educational development. But this is kind of where you can, have a little fun, be productive, break up the working routine and focus back on, basics, back to basics always, right? So I'm going to give her a long rein here. Thank you for the demonstration, Jamaica. And then, it's something that you can play with. If you enjoy this kind of work, you can eventually put a tennis ball or something on top. I don't recommend actually putting a glass with a beverage in it. That is just a metaphor, a visual that I recommend for people when they're just riding without anything other than the reins in their hands. But I think this is a really nice way of every once in a while just to focus and zoom in on one part of our body that needs to support the horse in an even, hopefully quiet but not static and elastic way. And little Frisbee goes a long way to help with that. All right, have a great ride, enjoy your horses, and leave me your comments and questions in the comments, and happy riding. Thank you so much.